Well, good morning fish people, I'm Alan Norrish from FishOn TV. It is Wednesday the 14th of August. I've just arrived at the King's Chamber to go to the draw for Qualifier 9 of the Feederking at Southfield Reservoir. The moody mistress herself, Meerkat Reservoir, wherever you want to call it. Qualifier 9, we're running out. This one and the next one. So last time, £14.10. I did feel there was some fish in the peg that time. The other times I've been, I've never really felt like there was much there. But you can tell if there's something knocking about, and I felt I had one or two fish there. And I had one or two, but unfortunately Eddie Bryden in our zone at the top end had 20 something pound. He's caught quite a few bream. I think I had 4 bream that day and a few bits and bobs. So today, it's overcast today, it's been red hot all week. God knows how it's going to fish. Don't know where you want to be. I think it's a case of picking your lines, try and get that feeding right and hope that we can hook into some bream. We will need bream today, I think. There's definitely bream in there, looking at all results that come through. So, I don't know. Anything from 15 to 25 pound seems to be the area you need to be in. I think 11 pound qualified in one of the zones. It just depends what's in front of you. So let's see where we get drawn. I'll decide on the lines and then we'll take it from there and hope we can get through on this one. And thank you, Steve Ringer, for the ticket. So I managed to pester Steve and get the qualifier 9 from Mr. Ringer himself. And I am 7th on the list. Sounds good, doesn't it? Ticket off Ringer. Number 7 on the list. Lucky number 7. Will the luck be with me today? Come on the breams. See you at the draw. Where are you going, Graham?
39, I'll just see where you go. 41. Right, that's going to be as well. Scales, mate. Number 4, take no loss. Number 4. Yes, mate. 12, good chance there.
Whoa. 12, I'm nowhere near. Right. Peg 12. There you go, and this is the canal bank. Obviously the canal is behind there, and that is the east bank, and my section goes up to about there, somewhere around here I think. And then you have a middle section, and then you have the end, well, zone should I say. That is the famous peg 11, just there. Usually chuck up towards that bush, somewhere around here. And the angler we've got on there is described himself as a muppet. He ain't no muppet whatsoever. He's just probably on a bit of a bad run. Is Rob Wotton. Damn it. But what I will say is, I always seem to catch a few fish when he's knocking about, so quite happy with that. I just hope I can catch a few more than him, but there's a slight breeze into his face, so that's okay, but it has been blowing up the other end all week, well, for quite a while, but it is blowing in a little bit today. It's a little bit overcast, it's warm, the water's warm. Lines I've picked, I didn't know how far it was. I've just chucked about, and I've probably gone just short of level of that bush there. Apparently when they used to fish that spit there, they used to cast out to about 50 metres, which I'm at 50 metres out there. It's smooth. If I go to the right, it bends like crazy, does the tip. Keep going left a little bit, and it's smooth here, round about 50, well, it's bang on 50 metres. I didn't know it was 50 metres, I just thought, oh, that feels okay. I've got my line that I'm going to aim at, and on the I've decided on a 23 metre. It's really silty around here. At 23 metres I found an area. It's in fact it's weird because it's probably, and I don't like doing this, it's probably in line, or it's slightly to the right of the line I've picked at 50 metres, but it's smooth. It's still a bit silty, but it's fairly smooth, so I've thought, right, I'm happy with that. I was going to put a shorter line in, but I've decided against that. I think I want to go stick it with 2 lines and hope that an arrival of bream turn up on the 2. Not sure about alternating 3 today. I've decided against it. So I've got some advice off a pal of mine, Joe, and he said he'd put 3 lines in, and he does very well here. But I've decided against it. I didn't want to be changing lines all the time. I just thought, I have fished this peg before, and they've turned up at 50, and they've turned up round about where I am now at 20 odd metres. So they're 2 good areas. And I remember the 50 metre line, it was about 50 or 51 metres I clipped up at last time out there because of how smooth it was. So they're the lines. Let's hope they're the right lines. Bait wise, it's dead simple. I mean, I've not put anything in. I brought a bit of hemp today. I might put a bit of that in my feed. We've got a bit of chopped corn, some maggots there just coming to life. There's some dead and live in there, some pinkies. That's from a chopped worm. Feeder changes and red worms. Spare feeders if I need them. Hopefully I won't need that many. So yeah, just 2 rods set up. I've got in fact I'm just having a look to see if there's any tow or liners. So I've got the MAP 12-foot SUV parabolics linked up with a 620 Preston extremity, and that's the Guru Pulse braid. I've not gone for braid on this one. On the short line, it just feels so much smoother with mono, and you'll see the bites anyway. So we've got a 520 extremity. It's 018 main line. It's the MAP dual 11-foot competition, and there's a 1 ounce tip in that, 2 ounce tip in this, and that's the Prodigy bait up, 12-foot bait up feeder. Got braid and a 620 extremity. I like baiting up with braid. If you want to empty it on the top, it's just instant. It just empties it beautiful. So they're the rods. I've only got 1 keep net. Let's hope I can fill it. And we just don't know. The pegs around here, around about 14, has been fishing quite well. That seems to have been the area of late, but you just never know with Southfield. I'm happy to be here. It's a nice comfortable peg. We've got the breeze coming in slightly. Let's try and keep it accurate. Let's get a few fish. Wish me luck. At first cast, it nearly dragged rod in. Proper bite. It's only been in 3 minutes. Can't believe it. I hope it's a bream. I think it is. What an absolute bite that was. Honestly, that was like a carp bite almost. I had to grab my rod as it was going in. Literally just looked at the watch and whack. Remember them Batman films? Which signs? I've got that written all over it, Rod. What a bite that was. Brilliant. I don't think I've ever had a bream first cast. That's if I get it in. Come on, the fishes. Oh, I thought that had got off then. A snag then. That'll do. Yeah. And a straight round. Not the biggest, but we'll take that for as a first cast. Absolutely brilliant. Pound and a half, maybe two if we're lucky. Right, we're a couple of hours in. This is my fourth fish. I've not recorded them all. And the bite I've just had for that, you'd have thought it would have been a £3 bream, straight round. In fact, Gav behind me thought I were tightening it up. It was a beautiful bite, but it's just a pecker. Now I've just put a feeder full out long. Rob in corner there, he's getting some better fish. He's had 6 or 7 fish now. He's definitely in front. Dave to my right, he's had about 6 fish. That sort of size that I've caught. So we're still in the race. We just need some better fish to turn up. It's just not quite happening at the minute. So I'm going to stick on this line for a few more minutes and we'll go and have a look on that longer line. See if anything's turned up. I'm on the red worm at the minute. And I'm just feeding a bit of chopped worm and a little bit of chopped corn. Not going OTT with feed. But we're definitely behind Rob at the minute. Thought it was going to be tough with him being on that peg, but you never know. We just need some big bream, some big slabs to turn up. Come on, the slabs. So a little pinch of worm. A little pinch of corn for colour. Just a few flecks. And get back on that nice clear line in front of me. 24 metres, is it 24, 23 metres? Let's just hope it keeps going round, but with some better fish. Oh, I didn't quite hit my clip there, but anyway, it's alright, it's alright. And I've been getting odd little liner down here. I'm trying to be gentle with cast. Not too much of a noise, but I emptied a feeder full when it went a little bit short, and now we're getting liners, so we shall see. We'll see what happens. So bites are coming, it's weird, the bites are coming between sort of 4 and 6 minutes. Never really a pattern here, but I have noticed if you do get a bite at Southfield, it's less than 5 minutes, but I don't like casting too often here, to be honest with you. Oh, little indication there. Look like a little liner. Will it go round? Will it go round? Rob, I've noticed, he's still on his 50 metre line. He's been emptying his feed on top of water. I think he's planning on a big finish at the end. And there's no reason for him to come off that line at the minute while he's catching, but it just seems to have slowed down a little bit. But the fish he's catching are definitely bigger than the tiddlers we're getting. So 4 fish. Some bigger ones needed, people. Right, hopefully see you on the next one. Lost, oh, we're back on. I've just lost an half decent one, a lovely bite. And it's really just pulled around nicely. Proper bite. Just hope we can keep this one on. I'm hoping this is a better fish. Rob's just had a 3-pounder a few minutes ago. It is a better fish, but it's not, still not as big as Rob's. Fucking hell. Oh, nearly swallowed. Crazy breed. Don't like it when they do that. Hooks usually pull out, but look how small that fish is. The bite were unbelievable. There you go. He absolutely smashed it round. But again, what is it? 10 ounce? We want Rob's catching. He's had the odd 3-pounder now out there, so he's miles in front. So on fish number 5, I think Rob's got about 7 now, maybe 8. But he's got some 3-pounders. I don't know. They're just not big enough people, these fish. Seems to be my problem here at Southfield. When I need the bigger fish, they don't turn up. Let's say that. So I'm still on red worm. I've not gone out onto that long line yet. While I'm catching, I don't see the point. Tricky little buggers to get on these. Right, we'll give that another go. Just a touch of worm again. 2 flecks of corn already in there, so I'm alright. I only put the corn in for a bit of colour attraction. I'm sure they'll like it. Rather than putting little yellow micros in, we've got those little yellow pieces of corn. Let's make sure all the slime's off. Yeah. Right. Let's get it back out there. Lovely little plop, saw the bait land behind it, perfect. And that's what we're after. What I will say is, the bites are coming within 2 to 3 minutes. So let's just hope it keeps going around like that every 2 or 3 minutes. With those size fish and the odd big one mixed in. So we're all set. 5 fish in the net. Steady away, people, steady away. I'm not going to leave it running because chances are at Southfield it won't go around again, but you just don't know. So there we go. See you on the next. Oh, well, it's gone round, people, after 4 minutes. And it's come to the top as this one, which I'm happy with. I'm not too fussed about because there's a snag quite close in. It's rocky. And it's a bream. They're the ones we're after, people. They're the ones, they're the ones. That's more like it. We'll do a dozen of them today. So a nice one. He'll be maybe 2.5 pound. Would you say you have 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. Oh, and Dave's got one and all. Do you know, I just can't keep catching fish on my own. They all have to copy. It's just not fair, people, is it? Right, let's get back out there. These bites are just, they just mint, these bites. Straight round, none of this little faffing about. So there we go. Back in for another one. Right, a little update for you. Didn't show them because the fish didn't stay on long enough. I've lost 2 good fish. And I've not had a bite on that short line since, so about 20 minutes ago I just put a couple of feeder falls in. Rob's gone on his short line and was he into another one? He's just had a 3 pound, he might be into another one. But God, so annoyed I lost them. Just know with bream fishing, if you lose one it can spook them. So I've gone out long, not had an indication out long yet. But yeah, I think Rob, yeah, he's definitely into another one, so I think he's running away with it now, is Rob. So I'm due to go back on this short line. I have just had a liner which might suggest that there's some fish short, so that's a little sign I've been looking for. I'm going to go back on that line, see if we can get a few more bream. I reckon I've lost maybe 4 to 5 pound. No reason why the hook should just pull out, so I've just upped the hook size. And if we hook them this time, hopefully they'll stay on. An hour and a half to go. It's not impossible, but miles behind Rob now. He must have, he'll be on 15 pound, I think I'm on. So if he gets this one, he might have a bit more. I might be on 7 if I'm lucky. But you never know, people, do you? Let's get back on the short line. Let's see if we can get a few bream out. Final little indication. I almost thought it was a liner. There was a fish hung on the end, so let's hope we can land this. Rob's just had another one. So was the liner short, not as big as Rob's, is a 3 pounders. This is like a, I don't know, pound, just over a pound. Well, it's a fish. There we go. So we're going to have to chuck it back out there, aren't we, and have another look. See if we can get another. So that's 8 fish. We're miles behind Rob. We need some proper bream turning up. Onto that short line, nothing long. I was getting a few liners, so I thought I'll have a look on my short line. And after 6 minutes it's gone round. It's not a big lump, I don't think, which is what I need. Well, it's bigger than, a lot bigger than I thought. A hell of a lot bigger. I thought it was going to be a little skimmer. Yeah, it's going to be a couple of pounds or so. Maybe a little bit more. 2.5 pound. Nice. One up to himself. Nice one. I'll have to give that another go, people. Yeah. Bloody lost fish. I don't know. Rob's just had a small skimmer. Right, let's get these on. So we've got an hour and 5 minutes to go. We need 4 or 5 of them, I think, to compete with Rob. Well, I've had to wait half an hour, but it has gone again eventually on this short line. It's not the biggest, I don't think. Keep saying that, don't I? There we go. Again, not the stamp I'm after. He might be a pound. There we go, look. But we needed the bigger ones, people. There we go. Not seen Rob catch anything else, but he's still way in front of me. I might have 11, he's got 18, half an hour to go. It's just what it is, there's not a lot we can do about it, is there? That's 10 fish. We really are hoping for like a crazy finish, like 4 in 4 chucks or something, you know. These bloody red worms, gosh. And that bite, when I put the extra meter on, I've been waiting 6 minutes, which was my last bite, and I put a meter on and it went round after 2.5 minutes, which is alright, isn't it? So let's see if that goes again. So we've had a decent enough day. It's a shame I lost them 2. I'd have only been a few pound behind him. He says he's 18. I'm guessing he might have 18. He could be nearer 20, I think. In fact, he don't like telling you the whole truth. He's the hardest crap at guessing. But he'll be round about there. So there we go, people. I think Dave, I've not seen Dave and Barry catch too much to my right. Dave had a little run to start with. It seems to have phased off, but it had for all of us really. Me and Rob just keep nicking the odd 1 or 2, but Rob more than me. He had a really good start, did Rob. But it is what it is, people. Nice day at Southfield. It's been, I tell you, there's no sun out, but God, it's been warm. Very warm indeed. Right, let's hope it goes round again, eh? Well, I had a quick 3-minute cast and then reeled it in and gone straight back out. I hardly put any pressure on the ground bait and it's gone round after 1 minute 50. I'm hoping it's a bream. It's not the 4 or 5 pounders I want, but I'll bring it up here. Oh, there's a snag round here somewhere, so I've just got to be careful. Oh, he's not a bad size, he's not a bad one. Nearly dropped my keep net then, landing net then. Oh, he's a lot bigger than I thought. Heck of a lot bigger, he's a good 3 pound him. Nice one. Right. They're the ones I'm after. So we've got 24 minutes left. Something like that. A few more of those, please. Right. Let's get back in and hopefully we'll see you on the next 2 or 3. Well, we are all weighed in. Peg 12, 23 metres, 50 metres. It's quite silty around there and there is a snag slightly to the right. I don't know, what was it, 12 metres out? 12, 13 metres. I don't know if it's rocks or wherever it is, but it's very shallow there. And the first fish snagged up, but I did manage to get it in. So we've got Rob Wotton on 11. Looked like he was fishing at 50 metres, and I would say probably 28 to 30, something like that. That's what it looked like. And then he has had a look later on short. I don't think he's had anything on that line at sort of 15 metres. I've had a fish first cast, and then Rob started catching the odd one or two, and then he started catching one or two more. He was always, in my head, 4 or 5 pounds in front, 6 pounds at the most. And I've come off the long line, gone onto the 23 metre line, and I've been getting little liners and a few small fish around between sort of 6 and 12 ounce. I think I've flicked the camera on when I've had one around about £2, £2.5, and I've been getting bites, and I've been getting 1 or 2 more fish. And what you wouldn't have seen, the tip's gone round absolutely smashed around, lovely, and it's pulled out. So I've gone back out again, it's gone round lovely again, and it's pulled out. Now I've been fishing a 14 hook with a couple of red worms on. I do nip the ends of the red worms off. That tends to stop them going around the hook. Now the only reason I can think that I've lost those fish is because there's been a bit of red worm on the point. I don't really lose that many fish here at Southfield, and I've lost 3 today. I've lost one with 20 minutes to go. They've all been proper ones as well. You can tell because of the heavy nodding. One of them was really solid. I thought that was going to be one of the Southfield 4 or 5 pounders, but it's pulled off. I've stepped the hook up to a size 12, putting 3 red worms on. I've tried Dendra. I did have one on Dendra, but red worms were definitely the best bait, and I've lost one with 20 minutes to go, all on that short line. And like I say, I can only put it down to the worm catching around the point, because I did have a couple of casts with no sort of 3-minute casts, and then I'm going to fish straight over the top. And when I've reeled it in, a bit of the red worm has gone onto the point of the hook, and I've nipped it off at the end, because usually if you leave them whole, they wriggle like crazy and they can catch around the point. So why that's happened, I've not had. They are soft, our red worms, but I've not had that problem very often at all. But to lose 3 good fish, would it have been enough to catch Rob up with 23 pounds? I don't know. I've ended up weighing 15 pounds 5. I definitely think I was a 6 or 7 pound better off than the weight that I've weighed if I would have landed those. But having said that, Rob's lost a bream as well. So we all lose fish. It's not nice. Yes, it does do your head in a little bit, but I'm definitely not one of those where I let it bother the way that I'm fishing. It is what it is, and you can only do your best. So plenty of bites, got some nice fish. Unfortunately, Rob, being the muppet that he says that he is, has fished a decent enough match to come second overall. Alex Doherty, who I got some red worms for on peg 37, has won the match with 24 or 25 pounds. So well done, Alex Doherty. Yeah, well done, son. Well done to Rob Button on qualifying in our zone. I think I've come second or third in my zone. I've won my section though, so get a few pennies back for that. Can't say that we've got the place sussed, because the way that I fished it today might need fishing completely a different way on another day. But what I have seen today is a couple of feederfuls, few 2 or 3 minute casts, and then go over the top. Seems to promote a bite, or it did in that area. I've done it in other areas, and when you're struggling, if there's no fish there, it just doesn't happen. I know it's something that Steve Ringer does. It's when I've read his reports, I've thought, you know, that's a good idea, that you're fishing and puts a little bit of bait there, always a chance of a pull. So I'm not doing it on every cast. It's towards the end of the match is when I tend to start doing that kind of thing, because you've already put bait in, you don't want to completely ruin your swim. So just little things. I put an extra meter on the short line towards the end. That gave me another bite and a fish, and then I've lost one obviously as well on that 24 metres then, because I've gone a metre further out. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Love catching those bream, and the bites have not been tiddly little bites, they've been straight round today. Smashed it round, so can't miss the bites. We just need to keep them on the hook. So there we go, I'm back here at Southfield on Sunday for a Feeder Masters qualifier, the last one for me. I've got a qualifier 10 for the Feederking in 2 weeks time, obviously the last one for everybody. So one more chance on each. Let's hope we can get a win. Right, hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget folks, it is absolutely free to subscribe to this channel. And if you click that notification bell, you get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up, boom, would be very, very nice. So until Sunday, take care folks, and we shall see you on the bank pretty soon. And don't forget to fish on.